Gentlemen, and welcome back to our broadcast. It's a fantastic day for me, and I'm sure it is for you as well, in spite of the season and the circumstances. I'm most delighted tonight, though, to, uh, of course, I know you can see my screen and you know exactly what's coming. But I'm truly delighted, just like everyone in our community, to welcome for the first time to the platform of the Executive Network broadcast, Dr. Carlos Seise is an accomplished tenor, a world-renowned one at that, a maestro in his field, and it's a delight that he has honored our invitation. Dr. Carlos Seise, welcome to the platform.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Wow, oh wow.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
What a way to welcome us to this special edition. Dr. Carlos, that's wonderful.
Thank you.
We're very pleased to welcome you. And I know you'll be sharing with us from your experience, from your own work, from your own life, how you've grown into what the Lord has made you, how that you have demonstrated and applied kingdom principles, especially in how that has helped you to go through every season in life. And I'm sure our community are looking forward to this because we know that we can glean from that, from the unique insight that you'll be bringing to us to also help each one of us in our respective fields. So, Dr. Carlos Seise, I yield the platform to you.
Thank you so much, my dear friend. It's so good to be with you and giving me this opportunity to reach the United Kingdom and the parts around the world that this program goes. So it's always a pleasure when I have the platform to share and to be an inspiration for people to understand that principles really works, and principles that are precepts and idea that are in the Bible, we can extract them from down there and bring into the reality of our daily life. They are not there. They are not there only to encourage you, to encourage us, but they are there to allow us to fulfill our task here on earth and to fulfill what we were born to do, and to develop that potential into a manifestation that God can use you immensely and magnifying His glory and culture here on earth. So it's very important that not only we read the Bible as a constitution book, which is very important too, and probably the priority, but there are so many principles over there, so many precepts that we can take and extract them and use them for the purpose of building my life and building the kingdom of heaven here on earth. So I would like to share with you, because my dear friend asked me how to talk about how to maintain success in your kingdom assignment in every season. I've been singing for 37 years already, and I've been going around more than 100 countries around the world and thousands and thousands of cities. I have performed in 37 years more than 3,000 performances. And so how you keep and maintain that success through so many years and through all the seasons of your life. And it's very important. And I discovered that the most important assets for me was the renewing of my mind. How I keep my mind moving forward and not only maintaining, which is very important, but how can I increase my success and everything that I had to do. So working my mind, it was very important because although I was born in the United States, I was raised in Puerto Rico because my parents are Puerto Rico. And Puerto Rico is a territory of the United States. We are not a state, and we don't have autonomy. We have autonomy in a certain way, but we cannot do nothing without the permission of the United States. So the mentality of a third world country mentality was very penetrating my mind, because although I have the best economy for us, which is the dollar for Puerto Ricans, is the dollar, I was always thinking I was not good enough to take care and to make a living on singing, because my mentality, although I was in a first world mentality, my mentality was a third world mentality, because Puerto Rico is not a state, so we are considered like a second kind of citizenship. And that's the way the majority of the Puerto Rican feel and think. I used to think and be that way until I discovered how to renew my mind. And when I discovered that, my mind became the chamber that holds my convictions. And those convictions are everything about the aspect of my life. My convictions are my belief, and my belief generally originated from what I keep hearing and believing to be the truth. So this was very important for me, because what I was hearing and then believing is that I cannot do a living on singing, that I had to have a plan B, that I cannot deal with my dream of a plan A, that it was to be a professional singer. But everybody that talked to me, everybody that gave me input, say nobody will do a living by singing. You have to have something side, a plan B to do that. And that for me was very scary, because people telling you and then you believing what they said as a truth is very damaging. So one of the ways that I learned to maintain success through all my entire life, my career, and my personal life, is understanding what is that truth that I need to be believing and hearing. Because then my convictions are going to reflect that truth that is in my mind. And then my convictions are going to be my belief, and those beliefs are going to be originated for what I'm hearing and believing what the people are saying about me and about my career. So my mind became full of everything that I have learned during my entire life. And especially in my younger years, that what I was learning is that you cannot pursue a career in singing because you will not be able to pay your bills. So my mind was receiving information that it was going against what my dreams and my goals for life, and what I discovered that I was born to do that. So I have that conflict. Why? Because every time I sing that I make it people better. Their environment change. I saw the people crying because they felt joy. Because I remember someone of their family that already passed away, but I brought good memories. People who were depressed, they change as soon as they hear me singing. Even when I was 12, 13, 14, 15 years old, people already changing. So when I started singing professionally at the 21, I understood how can I change people's environment, especially in the mindset. So my mind became the seat of my belief. My mind came where I store all my belief. And the center of my philosophy was containing of idea that I has accepted as a truth. So my philosophy was developed because the ideas that I have contained here in my mind and that accept what the people said about me as a truth. You understand what I'm saying? So when the people say to you, you cannot do that, that is so difficult to do, they are creating a philosophy then inside of you. You are hearing things that can become belief. And when your belief comes like that, then your convictions will show that, and then your mind will be a chamber containing those ideas, which you're going to make those ideas truth. For example, if I am your teacher, your first grade teacher, and I teach you that 2 plus 2 is 5, and you believe what I'm saying to you is truth, you're always going to answer when I ask you 2 plus 2 is 5. But then there is a problem. You're going to grow, you're going to move from me, from that teacher, and you're going to go to another teacher in second grade. Then in second grade, that teacher asks you, how much is 2 plus 2? And you're going to raise your hand and you're going to say 5. Then that teacher is going to say that is the wrong answer. But because it has been containing in your mind and has become an idea, and you have accepted that idea as a truth, then your conviction is that 2 plus 2 is 5, and you're going to defend something that is wrong, you're thinking that is right, because it has become to be the center of your philosophy. So then the teacher will have to teach you and go like this, Carlos, put one finger, another finger, one finger, another finger. 2 plus 2 is how much? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then all your philosophy, all your convictions about the aspects of your life, all the things that you have learned until that moment that you believe as a truth is not right, is not correct. And then your mind goes into fighting what you were dealing with. So that's very important, because your mind will store everything that you truly believe, and your attitudes and actions are going to be based on those beliefs. So if you believe that 2 plus 2 is 5, you're going to act, you're going to believe, you're going to work, your actions are going to reflect that you are going 2 plus 2 is 5, which is a wrong information, but you're going to be based on those beliefs, and your mind is going to become the most dangerous component in your relationship with life. By saying that, if you have the wrong information contained in your mind, and those ideas that you're accepting as truth are wrong, your life is in danger because your relationship with life and your purpose will not match. And that is the reason why belief is so essential, vital, and critical to developing and maintaining success through all the seasons of our life. Our belief better be right because we live out of our own mind. Let me say that again. And my belief needs to be correct. My beliefs need to be right because I live out of my mind. I see through my mind, I interpret through my mind, and I judge through my mind. So if I don't have the right concept, the right principles, the right ideas, the right belief, the right convictions, I'm going to be struggling with the relationships of my life and the relationships that I have with other people around my life, because those beliefs have become truth, and that truth is contaminated. So it's better that our beliefs are right, that you understand who you are, that you understand what you are doing, so then you can maintain success in your kingdom assignment every season through your entire life. It doesn't matter if you are in quarantine, if you're free, it doesn't matter in what season of your life are. What is most important for you is to know that your mind has the right information so you can develop the truth of that information. And then your convictions are going to be built in that. And then all the aspects of your life are going to be marching forward without getting to the right or to the left, distracted. You will know that you were born to do that without any doubt. That is the reason the vision statement for my life have only 5 words. I was born to sing, because that keep me focused. That keep me going straight. Many people are asking me to be a politician. Many people ask me to be a pastor. But I know I was born to do what? To sing, because that is the truth that is conveyed in my mind. And that container of those ideas, today are my belief, which are my conviction, which is my philosophy. So developing a right mind to correct and transform our life is very important, because what we have previously heard and learned about ourselves as truth has negative influence our image of ourselves, our belief about our worth, and how we have lived our life so far. Important to develop the right mind to correct and transform your life, my life, is very important, because what we have heard before and learned about ourselves as truth has negatively influenced our image, ourself, our belief, our worth, and how we have lived our life so far. I see so many people that come for advice and say, I'm struggling with this. I'm struggling with this factor. And usually is you can go back and trace in their past that somebody damaged that mind, and that became a thinking, a way of living. That is very important that you correct that mindset, because it will transform your life and the way you see your life. Because we pay so much attention for approval or disapproval in our life. Approval to feel good. Disapproval doesn't make us feel good. So it brings that. When I sing to anybody, I'm not looking for approval or disapproval, because their thinking will not damage my thinking, because I know I was born to sing. So maybe one person is not paying attention when I'm singing, but another person is paying attention when I'm singing. So I'm singing for both. One is approval, and it's approval of me, and one is in disapproval. That should not affect the way my convictions of my life, my belief of who I am, change the center of my philosophy. So developing that right mind will help you to transform your life. And then you will listen to the things that are going to influence you in a positive way. It's going to influence you to go forward and not looking for approval or disapproval, just doing what you know is right to do because you were born to do what you need to do. So I think that there are two questions that are very important that our life needs to figure it out. One is who we are and how we think. I think we need to know who I am and how I think. I think it's very important for you to know who you are and how you think, because it's about discovering our identity as a son, as a born son of God, and then understanding the way true sons of God think so that we can fulfill our inherent calling. To receive the thoughts of God, we must have a personal encounter with our true self, discovering our nature, abilities, and essences of a son of God. The first thing that I had to change is I am the son of God. So the voice that I need to hear is the voice of my source, my Father. And the voice here on earth that I'm going to hear is everyone who is talking in the same way my Father is talking to me. My Father said, "You are born to sing." So when I hear people saying, "Carlos, your singing draws me closer to God. Your singing transforms me," I'm hearing that. So when I hear people saying, "I don't like the way you sing, I love the way you sing," it doesn't matter, because I'm not looking for approval or disapproval. I'm just seeking to hear what my Father, as a born son of God, to hear what my Father has to say about my purpose here on earth. And then everything that I allow to come to my mind, I filter that from what? Knowing that I'm a son of God, and everything that it comes from God that is fulfilling me and that is giving me direction towards my purpose, I will listen to that and I will take it. When somebody say, "You better be a pastor," I think you will be more effective if you're a pastor. I think you will be more effective if you're a politician, a governor, a mayor, a president, a prime minister. I understand that those are distractions for me, because that doesn't go what God has said about me, that I am a singer. So for the last 37 years, I have been tempted with being a politician or being a pastor. And I had to refuse those temptations, which are good too, because I might be doing the will of God, but I'm not doing the perfect will of God, which is I was born to sing. So I'll be doing God's work. I'll be a politician representing the kingdom of heaven here on earth, and I'll be a pastor. I will be preaching about that. So I'm doing something that we can call the will of God. It's good to do it, but it's not perfect for my life, because my life feels complete when I am doing anything that is towards singing. And the day that I cannot sing no more, I teach people how to sing. I will not become a pastor. I will not become a governor or a politician. Why? Because I know I was born to sing, so I had to do everything that is related to what? To singing. Now, my singing has allowed me to sing for kings, prime ministers, presidents, governors, mayors, Congress, senator, parliament, everywhere. Why? Because I'm doing what I'm supposed to be. The truth that I know that my Father says about me. So your life will come to those two things: who you are and how you think. And you need to discover your identity. And to receive the thoughts of God, you need to have a personal encounter with yourself. And when you have that personal encounter of yourself, I am a son of God. I was born to do this. Then the true spirit, the self-discovering of your nature, you will discover your abilities, and those abilities that are because you are a son of God. And then the natural essential of God's spirit in our spirit, because we are his image and his likeness, and we need to discover who truly we are and discover how we can apply to our life. Then I can say in other words, it's as simple to put in God's truth in ourselves and do the self-manifestation of ourselves as a son of God in our kingdom assignment in every season of our life. So I'm hoping that by now you are convinced that the purpose for your creation is to have rulership, dominion, mastery, authority, and leadership over your life and the environment that surrounds you. You can conquer your trials and learn to deal with your weaknesses with the spirit that God has provided inside of you. So renew that mind and help your mind to think what God thinks about you, and allow every information and input that comes to your life that is in accordance and alignment what God is saying to you. And don't look for approval or disapproval. God is going to approve everything you do if you maintain yourself aligned in your assignment in every season of your life. The other part that I would like to talk very quickly here is this. I hear many people saying that provision and prosperity is the same. I don't think so. I hear many people saying God give you a voice, referring that the way that I sing, it's unbelievable, that it's incredible how God gave me that voice. And they're correct, but only with one exception. God gave me the provision. He never gave me the prosperity. Let me say that again. God gave me the provision. He never gave me the prosperity. He provided me with two vocal cords. If you hear the way I sing 40 years ago, I would never receive the applause of all those people who were listening to me singing Nessun Dorma, because I was not worthy of that applause, of that recognition. The provision was there to be developed into something that you can hear today. So the provision is my two vocal cords. The prosperity is what I have done with that provision to prosper so I can get paid when I sing. In another word, your provision is your gift. Your prosperity are your skills. Very different. You can have the gift and do it and be successful, but at some point you're not going to be able to maintain 30, 40 years of that assignment, because the gift is going to decrease. If you're working your skill, the prosperity, that will increase, because every year of your life, you're going to be growing into knowledge and developing that technique for, in my case. So I'm going to be coming. So give is like the principal money that you put in a bank account, the principal. The skills is what we call the interest. So you can be working with your gift, with your principal, and you're going to be taking from that principal all the time. And what's going to happen? That euro that you have, €1, one day is going to be zero, because you always touch the principal. But if you have the principal and then you keep working in the skills, this is going to grow like the interest. So 10%, 30%, 60%, 100%. And you're never touching what? The principal. The reason I can sing after 37 years of career and my voice is be fresh is because I never use my gift side. I've been using my skill side, which are protecting my instrument. And in 37 years, I have never gone to see a doctor because this hurt or because it feels like I did damage. It's the opposite. Doctor want to study my throat because the demands that my singing are put in my voice is as healthy as I still being in 20 years old because my instrument is not there. And that is very important because everything that I have trained myself, I have looked for what? For good knowledge, for good truth to make what? My convictions. So my aspect of my life and my singing life originated what I have heard and I have believed to become what? Truth. So when I'm singing, I'm not hurting myself because I'm singing and the ideas that I put in this container that has become my philosophy, and I'm doing what? Singing in the prosperity side, in the skill side, and not in the principle, in the gift side. So if you think that you're not prospering in your gift, it's because you're not working in your skills. And if you don't work in your skill, it's very hard to maintain success in your kingdom assignment in every season of your life. So it's very important that you work that mind because how you think and who you are, it's about discovering your identity and discovering the identity of your knowledge. So you can have the ability and the essence that everything you're doing as a son of God and receiving the right image, the right likeness, the right knowledge, the right input. So you can have that as a conviction and be the aspect of your life that is going to protect you because you're going to accept that as true. So I want you to test yourself to who you're listening. I want you to test yourself who you are allowing to put inputs in your mind. The other thing, how you are developing your skills. Your skills add value to your gift. Let me say that again. Your skills would add value to your gift. The way I used to sing when I was 16, 17, I cannot get a living from that because people would not pay to hear me sing. But I work in my skills, and at 21, I was ready to sing professionally. And I started singing professionally, and what happened? My skills put value to my gift, and then people start paying me to do what I was born to do. And that's what you're going to understand. When you are doing your purpose and when you are doing everything that you're supposed to do, the resources will come to you. You will never have to fight for them. When I'm singing, I'm getting paid. When I'm teaching or coaching singers, I'm getting paid. But today, I'm not getting paid because I am not born to be a speaker. So today, I'm investing in my brother's life and my brother's ministry and in your life. But I'm not getting paid because I was not born to be a speaker. I was born to be what? A singer. So if I want to be a speaker, then I will have to fight to get resources. Then I had to hustle to gain money. But when I'm singing, resources come to me. Let me give you an example. My wife always get embarrassed by this. She hates it when I do it. I said to my wife, we get to a fine restaurant. And I said to her, sweetie, we're going to eat for free tonight. She hates it when I do that because we eat for free. So what I'm going to do while I'm there, sitting down there, I will have to pay for my food, right? But if I start singing, resources are going to come to me. So I do this. I watch is somebody in the restaurant that is above 75 years old, they're celebrating their birthday. And I hear that they're singing, happy birthday to you. So I allow them to that. I allow them to come down. And then I come to their table and said, I hear somebody, it's birthdays today. Who is that person? I already know. Oh, it's this person right here. Really? I would like to give you a gift. And then I start singing Santiago with my opera voice, and they are delighted. So what happens? They say thank you and things like that. I say, yeah. Then I go back to my table. I order the most expensive food and things like that. And then when I ask for the check, they always said, your check has been paid. I said, who did that? I said, the people that you sing happy birthday. Because when you are active in your purpose, the resources will come to you. When you are not doing what is right, you have to hustle for those resources. So what you think and how you do things is very important. So examine your life and see if the resources are coming to you or you are looking for resources. That will give you an idea that you have belief to be truth might be contaminated. And the chamber of your convictions, of the aspect of your life and your belief that are generated by the things that you are hearing, maybe your philosophy is a little bit twisted. So then you really need to understand what is my essence as a son of God and what is my task as a son of God, and develop the skill so I can what? Be fulfilling my job, my work on earth, and the resources will come to me. It's very important. The Bible said in Proverbs, if you see a man skilled in his gift, he should not be in the presence of lesser men or lower rank. He should be in the presence of kings. So if you want to be in the area that you want to influence the high people, you need to work in your skills, because when a person see a king, see a person that is skilled in his gift, he's going to call him. If you want to grow in your company, in your assignment, you work in your skill, people are going to recognize that. They're going to elevate you. You don't have to seek for that. The Bible said if you work in your skills and they see that you have a gift, but you're skilled in that gift, they're going to call you. So you don't have to hustle. They're going to call you and they're going to bring you up. So your increasing depends on how you increase your skills. If you want to maintain, don't work in your skills. And if you want to decrease, don't work in your skills. And then don't complain because you're not getting influence. The way that you're going to know you're getting influence is because people are calling you to higher places. Jesus called Peter and James to a higher place than the other 9. He called them to be where? At the Mount Transfiguration. The other apostle, there were 3, Peter, John, and James. The other nine did that. These 3 were brought to that higher place. And it's because it works that way. You will be bring up if you have skills. And that's my word for today. So how to maintain success in your kingdom assignment in every season is to renew your mind and to work in your skill. Thank you so much.
Oh my God, Dr. Seise, I mean, you've been blowing my mind.
Thank you, sir.
Has been expanding and expanding because for one, you've kept this so simple and yet so powerful. I wish you could sing all that you said.
I think it will be more effective, and I will get paid.
Absolutely. Oh my God! Wow! I just wanted to echo some of your thoughts. If any of them, if you're kind of inclined to speak more on any of them, that would be wonderful. First, you did mention that yes, you grew up. Of course, you were born in the United States, but because your original nationality, I mean, maybe through your heritage, is
my parents are from Puerto Rico. Yes.
Yeah, from Puerto Rico, which is classified as a third world country. And you did
Yeah.
say how that really shaped your mind. Oh, what you taught us tonight is a classical, what I would call speaking out of your life moment. Because that's
Thank you.
exactly what you did for us. And I could feel great authenticity from everything you're saying. This is a heart sharing. Uh, and you did say one thing, said, my mind became the chamber that held my conviction.
Yes. Yeah.
That is so powerful.
Yeah. Because when that chamber of your mind got the right convictions about yourself and what you believe as truth, you will defend against any opposition what you were born to do, knowing that you have the right information.
Yeah.
Because getting that right information in accordance with what God is telling you, and you surround yourself around people who are going to inject that same thinking, what God is saying about me and you. So it's very important that when we hear what God says about me, I surround myself with people who are talking the same way my father is talking. And then
Mm.
it's easy to get that direction and to maintain yourself. So when you're building your team, you need to make sure that the majority of the people that are surrounding you, if not all of them, is talking to you about how God thinks about you and how God see how you're going to operate in this world. You see, I keep my people who doesn't agree with me, I hear them, but they don't determine my convictions.
Mm.
They clarify them. Because then when they say, Carlos, you should be doing this, I think you will be more effective here. I listened to that and I said, I think about it. Then I hear what God is saying, or why the people that are talking like God is talking to myself are saying, it gives me definition. And then my conviction gets stronger, right?
Yes.
Because our mentor, Miles Monroe, say that doing what is right, it's not the same like being correct. You can be doing so many things that are right, but you need to be doing what is correct. I can be doing many things that are right. I can be a pastor, I can be a politician, but the correct thing for me to do is to sing. So I cannot allow distractions, things that are right, to govern my life. I need to do what is correct for that life.
Wow. 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 Oh my God. It's so hard to unpack all that you've been saying. There's so much in it. I feel like we need to listen to this over and over again because you shared a whole lot of things in there. And I just want to encourage all of our listeners, if you have any question that you want to
Please.
ask Dr. Seise, please let's maximize this moment. I'm keenly aware that I feel like someone who's brought in a rare diamond into the shop, and I'm just placing this diamond on the shelf.
Mm.
I, that's what this moment feels like for me. Uh,
Oh,
so,
you're so kind to me.
well, it is the truth. So, I mean, I want to encourage, please, if you have any question, please ask. I'm just going to echo some of the thoughts of our members of our community. Yes, someone said your mind stores your thoughts, and that's true. That's what Dr. Carlos was saying. Belief is essential for living, and it's important to develop the right mindset.
Mhm.
And you spoke so much about not seeking approval,
Right, right.
or not allowing our lives to be run or governed by
Mhm.
approval or disapproval.
Right, right. Because when you guide your life in seeking for approval, disapproval, you're gonna run into a lot of emotions that are very negative in your life. Because if you're looking for seeking for approval and you don't receive it, you're gonna be so disappointed. You're gonna doubt what you were born to do. And then if you seek for disapproval and you hear what the people are saying that they don't like about you, that's going to affect too. So I have learned, and I'm glad that I learned that a long time, because the critics and the newspaper telling you, I had a critic in New York. I sing in New York, and I think I sing well that night. But he said, Carlos Seise Tenor Carlos says it's not worthy to sing happy birthday at somebody's birthday party. Somebody wrote about that in the New York Times in one of the times that I sing in New York. So imagine if I listen to that, I will quit singing because it's a person that is qualified to say that. It's from the New York Times. But then the next day, so many people call me. I don't know how people find my phone. At that time, we didn't have cell phones. I have my office phone. I got more than 800 people calling me saying, don't believe that guy. I enjoy your singing. You are great. So right there, I faced approval and disapproval. Nobody of them was important. It was my conviction that I sing well that night. And I did my best. That's what kept me going.
Absolutely. So it means you must meet yourself before you meet other people.
Yeah.
That's
If you don't
really
have an encounter with yourself, you're fresh meat for the sharks. They're going to eat you. You have to have an encounter with yourself. You have to be very secure that your belief, your conviction, which it procreates and goes your philosophy, it's very strong because by having that encounter, I was born to do this, seeking what is my purpose in life. I need to find that. Once you find that, you have to go straight because that encounter that you have with yourself is going to catapult you to every phase of your life because you know that when you're in doubt, you just go back to the default and you just say, when I have my encounter with God, with myself, I knew I was born to do this. And then it gave me balance and directions.
That's another quotable quote. When you are in doubt, just go back to default.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
That's another powerful word.
Yeah.
And I love the way you are so concise about your purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I was born to sing.
5 words. Yeah.
Nothing complicated, but powerful.
Yes. Because those 5 words doesn't allow me to seek nothing else, right? I encounter, was, I know, default, born, my purpose, to do what? To sing. So that is the vision statement for my life. I was born to sing.
Oh my God. I just want to, I don't know if our audience are as excited as I am, but I just want to encourage you. Whatever you've been writing about yourself, in terms of your belief system, what you believe your purpose is, maybe one of the benefits we should really be gleaning from this situation is to find some time to refine our purpose statement to the point that it becomes simple and something that we can, we don't need to think about it. It just comes natural to us. I would echo some of the thoughts. I'm waiting for questions. Please don't hold back because this is a very, very opportunity which I like that we maximize. Someone said, skill will add value to your gift. Just echo your voice. Active in your purpose. Be active in your purpose, and resources will come to you. Isn't that true? Wow. Okay, someone has a question here. Okay, thank you very much for that question. It says, how did you come into the conviction that you are born to sing, sir?
Because every time I use, I hear it. I hear well. So every time when I was very young, I'm talking about 11, 12, 13, I sing at my church. And I noticed that every time I sing, people will not come to me and say, what a beautiful voice, things like that. People will come and say, you touch me. I was tired, now I feel better. I was sad, I'm happy. It was always something that it was negative, I was changing into something that it was good. That compelled me to have an encounter with myself. And then I said, wow, I have this ability inside of me that when I sing, for some reason, people change. I was only 11, 12, 13 years old. How I will have an understanding of what I'm saying. But I know it made me think because I saw the reaction in the people. I saw that something that it was bad, it was transformed to be good. So I start what? Seeking more about me and start singing more and singing more and singing more. And then I discovered that that was my purpose in life. My purpose was to sing. So I discovered that when I was 16. That's when I came and looked into the mirror and said, Carlos Seise, you are born to sing. But it took me 5 years to encounter and to find myself by seeking and seeking and seeking and seeking to what God was saying about that. Because then I start asking God, God, do you think you call me to sing? And then God will be with people to confirm and to reaffirm that I should be singing. Because then uh, I have a person that comes to me and tell me, "Hey, Carlos, you think when you sing, it's just something. You really create something." And then when I discovered that I was born to sing, when was my own pastor told me that I should not be singing in the church, that I should be allowing somebody else to sing. I discovered that day I was born to sing because that information that he was giving me really helped me to encounter myself and said, what you're telling me is not truth. I am born to sing. So it took somebody to really tell me, don't do it. You're not going to do it. Not in this place. So don't do it. So that really provokes inside of me a fire, not to rebel against him, but it give me a fire just to pursue that. And then I still doing it. I never seen back again in the church because I respect him. And I didn't went away from the church. But that didn't provide me from singing at my home, at my schools, and all other places where I was impacting people with my singing. And then I decided to pursue a professional career. So I knew I cannot do it with the way I was singing. I had to develop skills. And when I entered the Conservatorio of Music of Puerto Rico to work in my voice, then everything really got clear to me to let me know I was born to sing. But the way I discovered it was the way I was changing people's life. And the people were really taking in what I was doing. And that gave me direction and to pursue singing.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for speaking so elaborately into that question. And whilst you were speaking, the two words were coming to my mind, or should I say two phrases: divine doubts, divine oppositions.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Very good.
That doubt prompted you to go to your source to ask, what is it? Am I really born to sing? But then that divine opposition taught you to say, no, I've already had God.
Well said, my brother. Well said.
Met God. You already told me about me, so you are too late.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Because what your convictions are going to show very strong, because your belief and your ideas, the chamber of your mind becomes your conviction, which is believing in the truth that you know about yourself and what God is saying about you. Very important.
Wow. Wow. Someone was asking, I mean, just for you to echo the statement you made. You said you can be doing a lot of things that look right, but they are not correct for you.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And I hope I said that right. And the person wanted to hear that again. Well, maybe that would be the aha moment for that person. I hope.
It's very simple. In Romans says what is pleasing, what is perfect. Talking about the will of God. Talking about that the will of God has three dimensions. I cannot remember very well the words in English right now, but it talks in Romans, I think in chapter 12, that it says what is pleasing, what is perfect, and what is, I forget the other word, forget the first word. So I can do things that are pleasing to God. I can be a pastor. That is pleasing to God. He will not give me no problem. He will be, because I have what? A will to do what I desire with the life he gave me. So he will be happy with that. So I can be a pastor and he will be pleased with that. I can be a politician, and that can be something right to do too, because I'm bringing kingdom into the world, into the government system, the right government system to the kingdom. But then it's something that is perfect, that is correct for my life, which is singing. Because by singing, I don't have to look to meet a president. They usually come to me because they come to my concerts. And then they invite me to have dinner with them. And then I can influence them with the principles of the kingdom of God in my conversation with them. If I was a pastor, to have a meeting with the president of a country will be very difficult for me, because I probably will not be a good pastor. So they probably invite me to say a prayer in a meeting, and then that's it. But as a singer, I don't have to go to them. They will come to my concerts to hear me sing because my skill set, and then they will invite me to have a dinner with them, which usually happens. And that's when we talk to them about the kingdom of God and the principle. So something is right. I can be a pastor, I can be a politician. But as a pastor, as a politician, it will be very hard for me to get to the head of the state. As a singer, I bring them to me. So the resources will come where? Towards me. I don't have to hustle for those resources.
Wow. Oh my God. This is awesome. I mean, I just hope that we can unpack this. Well, I would recommend that this would take a second and a third listening, probably a fourth and a fifth as well.
Yeah.
Wow, it's been an awesome privilege to have you with us, sir. I know you're a very, very busy man. I mean, yes, music is the core magnet, but I know there are a lot of values that flow out of that music.
Yes.
And so, yeah, I know your life is rich in many ways.
Thank you.
And we're really glad to have this unique privilege to have you with us. Everyone appreciates you very dearly. We have a few people who are very much into music in our community, and I'm sure this must be a treat for them. So
very good, very good.
I hope they make the most of it. Well, we're just nearing the end of the broadcast. So I'm just wondering if there is any closing remark that you want to share whilst we just bring this together.
Well, thank you so much for having me, and I encourage you and everybody around the world to keep shining, especially in this moment. We are out there to be the light, the knowledge of the world right now. They're seeking for us. We just need to make sure that we are there for them to come. So keep following your purpose on life, keep working your skills, and I meet you at the top, like our father used to say.
Indeed, absolutely. I'm not going to forget that word very anytime soon. Your skill.
Yes.
Your skill.
Yeah. Work on that and you will have success.
Yes, but meet yourself first and then walk out of your skill.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Dr. Carlos Seise.
You're welcome.
We will let that voice rest a bit because that voice is not used to preaching.
Yeah.
So you can get back to singing.
Okay.
We will. I know that you want to give us a treat again with that beautiful piece, Nessun Dorma. So we are looking for it. I think I'm a good student.
Yeah.
I don't forget very easily.
Okay.
So we'll be looking forward to that in closing. Please, everyone, enjoy this wonderful piece yet again by our beloved, and I call him the tenor, the maestro, Dr. Carlos Seise.
Thank you.
Principessa
Amazing. Thank you, Dr. Carlos Seise. We look forward to, hopefully not a too distant time, to welcoming you live in person in Manchester. And it won't be to talk, it will be a proper musical, I'm sure, celebration, some musical event, but I know it will come to pass.
Thank you so much. Looking forward to that visit to Manchester. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Many, many thanks, sir. And blessings to your home and the work of your hands.
Thank you, my dear friend.
Thank you, sir. Bye, everyone. The Lord bless you. Thank you. See you same time next week. Thanks for listening. God bless. Bye now.